I think that's going to make for an exciting day 3 tomorrow when we get to see who makes into that playoffs, because obviously there's a crowded bunch who can make it in. Kevin sort of foremost among them, being one game up. Huh. That's He's ready for it. Yeah, so he's going to have Panic, Incants, or I mean, he'll have plenty of ways.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if there's haven't looked closely yet, but and a double double could be quite nice. But at the same time, there's something to be said for neutralizing that spot next to the second E in Iron Bite. There's a lot of times where you could get a lot of points, paralleling and going down. Of course, as we've seen, Dave drew a bunch of cruddy vowels, so Kevin should be safe for at least one turn.
Yeah, Dave won't have much.
Yeah. So the chat is pointing out constant as a double double, liking that.
It seems like the play.
Yeah.
Scoring 86.
So Kevin, actually a somewhat similar player to Pete Armstrong, I would say. Doesn't play super fast, plays very deliberately, willing to kind of play with a bit more volatility, makes great comebacks, etc. I expect him to find constant because his word knowledge is constantly impressing us, across a number of tournaments throughout the year. Kevin, I don't think he's taken down any big tournaments this year. But this could be, I think, probably maybe the last chance of his Scrabble year to take down a big win. I should verify what I'm saying. He's played both TWL and Collins this year.
The field is so impressive that even just making the playoffs is a nice feat.
Yeah.
And also, Incants or Nascent are only one fewer point than Constant.
Really?
So,
Wow.
yeah, that's a consideration. Yeah, I guess you're getting over 10 points from your parallel for the secondary word.
Yep.
I don't well. Looks like he's looking at Cantons with the blank O, sort of a slightly inferior option to Incants, just due to the blank placement.
Yeah, it seems like he should find incants or something. I think you could
Yeah,
easily make the argument that incants or whatever is actually better than constant. You don't really need to open that nice spot for the J or the Z.
what is the Cantons? I guess he's playing Cantons. No, now he's playing Incants. Maybe he's realizing which one, or Nascent. He's playing Nascent.
All right, there's Nathan. That's unless he's got some read on Dave, I am not a fan of that at all.
Maybe
Wow.
he has his rack
Yikes.
peg.
I mean, as it turns out, it's brilliant.
Well, he actually, I've entered it, but I'm not sure he's made the play. There it is. So he'll take his 2 extra points over Canton's, and Dave will have to determine. I don't think you're muted, Conrad, because someone repeated exactly what you said.
Oh, okay.
Someone said just what the doctor needed.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, Dave will have a bit of a struggle rack with this. So, I mean, triples open, not much of a good way to use it. You
Yeah.
really want to block that spot.
Yeah.
I
Audi
really,
coming in soon.
yeah, that would help.
Ooh, and
You
look
could
at
play
this
Audi
first.
with 8. Oh, never mind. NI is not a word.
Well, fortunately for Dave, it looks like Kevin has also not tried anything there. Like somehow, I don't think he's drawn a whole lot of anything. Despite, looking at AILRS or whatever, you'd expect, oh, I'll probably draw a bingo.
It does kind of look like a bingo rack. I'm looking at like rail gars and stuff, but maybe there's nothing there. Infinity word suggesting UOI. That would be nice. Opening up a triple triple, I assume is where that's being played, or that's where I'm seeing a spot for it. Or it
Yeah.
fits to the left also, so you could play it with the I and the double letter, or over the ENT.
Or over the ENT, like down beneath? Or do you want to make
Oh, I meant on
OT?
OT. We were just talking about those phony 2-letter
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was opening the triple triple.
Yeah. Audi will look pretty good in the future.
That'll be a helpful one. He could have that to
Yeah.
the triple, the top middle triple.
Yep. I could also see, yeah, there he is. He just spelled it right out for us. I think he was literally saying Audi, no, because it's not a word. I mean, one thing to consider for Dave, you have that open R, the T is probably not staying open. Some people might opt for something crazy like OU. I'm not really a fan. EINOT is probably not good enough of a leave, but
I kind of like UI.
yeah, there's something to be said for giving yourself a comeback scoring spot, having 2 scoring spots open. Well, I guess it'd be 3 at this point. Not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, Dave's gonna futz around with this for a little longer. Nothing particularly exciting that we can see. Noah SL 44 says play the Bing and asks any love for ado or undo, sorry. Seems as reasonable as anything else, but now he saves out with an E. I don't know. I've seen worse, I suppose.
I like that play. I didn't see that option, and I think just taking out the biggest spot. I know that you're losing, but the spot is just so dangerous. So,
Yeah.
I mean, F, H, W, Y, Z. There's a lot of letters that can go in there. So, cute fox. I saw one of those the other week in the park.
You saw Cute Fox. I learned what's this yesterday? 2 days ago? I don't know. I think it was Colton, because Colton is the kind of person who says these sorts of things. But apparently the fox is the only animal that can live on every continent.
Whoa, that's a cool fact.
Yeah. Again, could be fake news. Please check for yourself. But Huge if true.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
Every continent / every biome. I don't know, something. Yeah.
I mean, we're starting with, I guess the ones that can live on Antarctica, we've whittled it down a lot. Well, okay, we have a professor of biology coming in with fake news immediately in the comments in the chat. So
yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm just gonna completely take that fact out of my brain now.
All right, well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's psychology, but animal psychology. Do we know what animals can live on Antarctica? I feel like humans could do it. So that would be, humans would at least be additional to fox then in that grouping.
Yeah, now I'm trying to figure out like what did Colton actually tell me about foxes? Because I remember that my partner's response was, "What does the fox say?" And you can kind of go where we figure out where we went from there. But hey, did you know that Kevin made a play of Grail?
Yeah, and that is Quackle's speedy player top choice. Someone in the chat, Ollie No Look, mentioned Gariel's, which was the highest scoring play, a double double, but equity wise, at least speedy player wise, keeping that RS combo was preferred, and he's rewarded with the second blank.
Yeah. And a couple E's to go with it, really just that seventh R kind of being a bit of a spoiler, but other than that,
well, he'll still bingo with it. And Dave would have been very happy to see Gariel's as it put that A on top of that triple letter score.
Yeah, giving a good spot for cute bucks.
Dave has a lot of strong options here on the Quackle suggestions. A lot of 35-point plays.
Now it looks to me Kevin has Cellarers. Is that a word?
What?
Cellarers.
Cellarers. Whoa. That's awesome. That's new to me.
I don't know if I would have been able to play it. It looked good, but.
Ooh. So 4x is indeed Dave's highest scoring play, and that leave of cut is pretty nice. Or not nice, but it's, I mean to say it's okay. It's not terrible for his highest scoring play. He could hold the X, but you're just sort of hoping your opponent opens something. So, okay, negative equity leaf. Thank you, Infinity Words.
Wow, so it looks like Dave is gonna hold onto his X for now. What do you think about that? What do you think he's?
I guess he has EX at the top, worst case. I don't know. I mean, or maybe
because he knew he was gonna try Executor. He just knew he was gonna do it.
Yeah. He was fishing.
I mean, when it rains, it pours. I guess I can't believe. I mean, game's gonna get crazy because that's gonna throw an E in the second spot. Kevin's gonna bingo, presumably not block it.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, if Kevin misses his top two bingos, then he might block it. So there's Sellers is the best play.
Yeah.
Then there's one bingo starting with the G.
Oh yeah, we'll find
it. He found Sellers. I mean, It looks like he found Sellers, right? I don't know what else he's coming up.
Rulers won't block it either, though, right?
No, it won't.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of our doxing conversation, I might ask you to dox. Well, I'm trying. Never mind. I'm gonna take the high road about some of the comments in the or specific comment in the chat.
Sure. What you could just
Pretend
message.
pretend I said nothing.
Okay.
So Kevin must be thinking about this Salor's word because it's like definitely the best play if you see it.
I mean, Kevin knows his words, so like I have no doubt he knows seller and recolor. I don't know. Here it comes. Wow. Nice play, Kevin. Of course, his the enthusiasm perhaps short-lived. I just can't say it with a straight face. It's just crazy.
Well, it's a back and forth game. There's, we'll see what Kevin draws.
Yeah. With how it's been going today, he's probably going to draw like 6 vowels. Well, Kevin's been having a good day. Don't get me wrong. He was kind of down at the. I wonder if he's even lost a game today. Maybe just one.
10-5.
I think he started the day at like 4-4. I think he was down in the third row of boards. Oh wow. Well, this is obviously a big draw for Kevin because he stands to score a ton of points in return. But 88 points is still 88 points and puts Dave back in the lead for a second.
About 5. Maybe
so Dave has now managed. Yeah, Dave's managed to bingo without blank blank SS. With I invite an executor. Well, the B is not certainly. Oh, there it is. There's the Z.
Oh, bam.
There's the Z. He's not even going to look at the rest of his tiles. Ooh. Well.
So. Za,
I guess.
Za,
I guess, yeah.
Point bomb.
Keep it simple.
Almost says mitzvah. Or maybe he does have mitzvah.
Oh, he almost has bat mitzvah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Through the A in Grail is bat mitzvah. There we go, bat mitzvah.
Yeah. If Dave played the AT, he would have bat mitzvah.
Or bat mitzvah. if a sheep has a coming of age ceremony.
And Dave is drawn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It looked like there was maybe a bingo. It's defirmed. I don't know if that's a word, is it?
It would play with.
Yeah, true. So like a standalone 8 or something. I don't know.
He'll have like def, DEF paralleling. So that'll score pretty well.
Or fattier and of.
Oh, I was looking there. I didn't see it.
Yeah. You only saw Mattier, I'm guessing.
I didn't see Mattier actually.
No.
Yeah. And there is the Z-bomb as expected.
Mid-drift? Is that a word?
Oh my God. He does have mid-drift.
It's not a word.
Well, yeah. I wonder if he's going to play it.
Things that only Dave has a problem with.
He looks very concentrated with the tiles in this order, so
Yeah. You know, Dave, he's always good for some like crazy ass nines in every tournament. But
well,
you never know. He might just be showing us all up right now and just being like, I even not only did I find it, I know it's not good. So when Dave is like watching this, in a month from now, we see you.
yeah, he knows all the all the phony nines in
Yeah.
addition to knowing
Oh
all
my
the real
goodness.
nines.
He's trying to catch up to Nigel, who knows all the phonies.
So Fattier is 2 fewer points than Def, and those are definitely the top 2 plays.
Yeah. I mean, Def seems good. Like there's no reason to take out that bingo lane with the A.
Yeah, and your rack's a bit more stable. Um, though all of a sudden he's losing, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Decent leave. I think this one's a decent leave. I'll say.
Yeah. We'll see what he draws here. A U U. The A was a good start, but
Some gunk or some U's at least.
yeah. So Kevin looks like he's gonna go play Vroom pretty fast. Good board controlling play. Didn't get much of a chance to look there, but that seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I like that. He had a bovine as another option, but this is a bit more board controlling, like you said. He
Yeah.
kept Mott instead of bit.
Yeah, in worst case, Kevin's saving himself something like bit next turn. I mean, hopefully he's going to score more than that, but he can continue to kind of muck the right side of the board up.
And the blanks are gone. They're not a bingo friendly board because Sellers is plural, nascent is an adjective. So, you're not going to really hook your S on anywhere. And Kevin has drawn pretty well. He drew an S.
Yeah.
So, he
Yeah.
drew ice through the C.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the blank through the blank C.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's not going to be blocked. Dave's going to play Moo Moo probably. And Kevin's going to
Yeah.
take a commanding lead in this one.
Yeah. I mean, though, if ever something like that was going to get missed, that's a weird spot to be looking. The C in the second spot. I mean, granted, he's probably studied by probability, so. Noting he almost has Zeto Aries.
Zeto? Oh, yeah, he does. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I guess if you see a blank sitting there, I don't know. I saw this rack. I'm like, where are the open letters? Like, where's my open N? Where's my open whatever else?
So looks like Kevin has turned the board around, and it's all up to him now to really put Dave on the ropes. A number of other opponents have been close, but haven't been able to actually do it.
Yeah, we keep seeing these. Everyone has made their sort of fatal. Not to be a bit dramatic about it, but in this afternoon session, there's been 3 challengers to Dave. Each of them have had that moment where they missed a bingo, missed a bit of a higher scoring play, something that could have changed the game a little bit. And this is kind of that moment for Kevin. So will he notice that blank sitting there that that can be used in the second position of a bingo, or will he fish off his O and his B?
Yeah.
Or will he fish for Zetawaries? Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best at the commentary.
Well, Dave has found his only 8-letter bingo available to him, except unless he decides to play toroidal Scrabble through the second N in Nascent, where you can play Winniard back up and around the corner. Otherwise, we're looking at something. I don't know. Does not appear that Kevin has found ice boats yet.
Oh, he knows all these obscure words. Stellar. I mean, this is the second game I've watched him play.
Yeah.
I never played him before, and I've seen him play Body Side. I've seen him notice Biograph, and it's just. I mean, I happen to know more of the higher probability words like ice boats. So of course he knows. Yeah, like Josh is saying.
Well, he knows it. It's just the blank C in a second spot.
Yeah,
it's just brutal.
Yeah.
The weird thing is there's not many other places to play, so it's not like he's gonna be looking like, I wonder if there's something through the U, or there's something through the I, or something with the G. Like, he knows that's not the case.
Yeah, like if he takes a second but if he's thinking, oh, nothing starts with G, nothing goes through the U, nothing starts with the C. Like if he wrote down the alphagram and he took 10 seconds staring at it, he might see it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, boy is getting counted up.
Also, give everyone a reason to stay on the Twitch channel, because it would kind of be game over if.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate miss. Dave has managed to capitalize on every other mistake his opponents have made thus far. Let's see, Kevin's still saving a good lead. You know, it's not like he has no chance of bingoing, but that was certainly looking like game and set.
Yeah,
certainly won't say match, but
yeah, that was like game. That was kind of like match point there. I mean, probably with no more blanks out, and he's drawn okay. He is yeasted. Doesn't go anywhere, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, some folks in the chat mentioning his time was kind of ticking down, and he was already used several minutes on that play. So it's kind of understandable if you don't see the bingo, just like you want to reserve some time for the end game.
Yeah. And it gets kind of weird for Kevin here now too, because like it's getting harder to bingo kind of. So at what point is he gonna start thinking about, well, am I gonna try to close the board a bit while I, you have some weird stuff like I think executory.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that you can really block the G because you can only play YE or whatever, but
that'd be a fun
executory. Yeah, that was mentioned in chat a little while ago.
It's actually 30 points, YE.
Wow.
But if he can block the board while scoring and retaining this is kind of the ideal situation, but like he doesn't need to bingo at all. He's winning. So he just needs to make sure Dave doesn't hit a big scoring play, basically.
Right. That's the thing, is he's only up 46.
Yeah. Dave didn't have many great options, and he chose to play wild.
Yeah, interesting that he kept the D. DH, I don't think is particularly useful. Of course, he drew JQ, so okay.
He could have played Maybe he was blocking executory. He could have played Wira, Whirra,
Oh,
through
wow.
that Sellers, which would have been a nice score. Kind of blows up the rack, but it scored pretty well.
Scores pretty well. It might get a +5 too. That's an unusual. So Kevin's playing quickly. Of course, Dave didn't know, but given how Executor went, he probably could have played Wadi, setting himself up for QI.
If he knew he was going to draw the Q.
Yeah, well, he knew he was going to draw Executor, so he could have played Wadi, playing QI, knowing he would draw another I and then play Hijra for like 60 more.
That'd be awesome.
That's how Scrabble works.
Yeah. Well, instead,
Yeah. So Kevin plays Oye, saving dates. And an L is really good. That I down there. Oh, and then a K. So again, he's got 7s. But
he doesn't need to bingo, really. Is the benefit, Dave's in trouble. I mean, not in this game.
right.
He can afford to drop a game, hit 2 games clear. Is it 2 or at least 2 games clear?
He's 3 games clear of everyone except Kevin.
Okay, so.
But again, you're really just playing for the top 4, so.
Yeah. So after this game, he'll still be in first and still be, 1 up on Kevin and 2 up on the rest. But in terms of this game, he is kind of in trouble because he's down by 50 and he has a J and a Q. So
the J and the Q draw was pretty rough. I mean,
they do nothing on this board.
Yeah.
Like they just, I almost want to exchange that. Like, I mean, I don't know. You play QI at the bottom. You play Kadi setting up JA.
Can you do that? Kadi setting up JA?
Setting up JOO.
Oh, at the bottom, at the very bottom. Oh, yeah. Not the most.
No, not like
setup ever. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, just kind of sucks.
Dave's not really in danger. He's enjoying a wonderful weekend in beautiful Seattle, playing Scrabble and winning.
Barely rained thus far, which has been kind of nice. I think it's finally going to rain tomorrow, but we're all looking forward to some trivia tonight, hosted by Puneet Sharma and David Whitley, 2 trivia experts in their own right. So we're looking forward to that.
That sounds like fun. I just went Thursday night. I just if you can call it, competed in trivia, and me and my friends got our butts handed to us by this shockingly good bar trivia crowd.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh, nice suggestion by Squish of Quake with that blank C again. Quake. Where that word is? Quake.
Quake. I think it's just Quake. Obviously, as we know, Quake will immediately end the game in this case.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, to be honest, if Kevin doesn't have a bingo next turn, he may actually blow up his rack and play SKET, Vrooms, Yuck, EME, UT.
That'd be worth it.
Like 46 or something. So it's looking pretty rough after that JQ draw. Dave should have clearly played Wadi. Not that that would have been a terrible play, of course, but
he is setting up his JA.
Yeah.
So he wants to, fish, bingo, or not fish, clear, bingo, but that might not work.
It's a path forward, if nothing else. And insult to injury draws the U. So yeah, now I think Kevin feels pretty comfortable playing the K for a bunch of points. Kevin has plenty of time. There's Ket.
Even Ket wouldn't be a bad play.
Yeah, I just don't know if the S is worth keeping when you
Oh
get as many
no.
points at this point. But
Just if he doesn't notice that he can tack the S on, like Ket
right,
is probably good
yeah,
enough to carry him through this sort of second stage of the game, or second,
yeah.
third.
At this point, yeah, you just really have nothing to lose by starting to. Well, like not starting, continuing to close the board off. I mean, the nice thing is that the R and Rind, either way, if Dave were to bingo there, he's opening a triple back for Kevin. So he's gonna,
Yeah, there's barely anywhere to bingo.
yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and play Ket, saving the S. Needs to be careful of the remaining A's and L's in the bag, lest he end up in a position like Alec yesterday, who had every L known to humankind. So Dave setting up JOO, which I appreciate. Dave is a good sport in putting funny things on the board, especially when he knows, say myself or Evans commentating. Well, Kevin has drawn another bingo from the C. This one starts with the C, so it seems like seems more findable, shall we say? Looks
though. Dave could play there with his H.
He could, but I think he's more likely to play HEME.
Oh yeah,
For I think a
that's
couple
more
more
fun.
points and preserving the bingo lanes. Dave wants to kind of leave that part of that left side of the board alone, I think, as much as possible.
Then he could draw into Conjurer in theory.
He could. He might if he just plays HI right now. Of course.
Well, no, because Kevin has an O.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's only one O.
Conjurer for ER.
Oh, good point. Oh, he's blocking it.
So Dave is blocking caseload.
That's a bit of an odd. I guess it's sort of fishy. Like he's just trying to draw bingo.
I mean, he's got the O, so he's thinking like maybe he'll draw roaring. Yeah, I mean, now, at least from what we can see, Kevin's got to be a little careful here.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's no bingo, and Dave finally he managed to get through the Q and the J, and he's come out of it with an okay bingo friendly rack with a few places to play, of course. Oh, good find. Yeah. Also,
that's excellent. Why he had also spelled out. He had that spelled out for a while, so that actually makes me wonder if he was ready to play that, because he didn't look for bingos at all. So I do wonder if he may have missed caseload.
I almost wonder if he's like sort of got out of bingo mindset. Like he took the lead,
yeah,
and he just wanted to start scoring points and scoring and closing and keeping well. And I guess we won't know if he would have found caseload, but that makes sense that he wasn't. Why else would he have also set up if he wasn't? If he had seen caseload, he wouldn't have also set up.
Right. That's a pretty good pickup for Kevin. He really just has to block the board, really. Dave, I don't think it's going to be able to score a ton here.
Do you see anything for Dave that, like, I mean, it's such a difficult spot. You're down more than I'll update the score here. He's down more than
I was
this.
to say, I think that's before also.
Yeah, he's down by 87 points.
Yeah. Nothing comes to mind immediately. Could play underneath nascent, maybe. No, BER is not Orange. Now you spell beer. Not seeing much at the moment.
Probably just have to fish off OR somewhere for very few points.
Yeah, and just obviously, I'm preaching to the choir here, but you can't really afford to do that. It's kind of out of turns, out of time. Yeah, Jehu was a strange play, to be totally honest. So he found Roaring.
If he fishes that R, he could draw like Oregain or Orating or something, or, and maybe it bingos in with the G also.
Yeah, I mean, like fish off the R, get Garroting and Orating or threaten those. Yeah, it looks like he's done that. But at this point, Kevin can outrun that. Oh, he picks up the S. So that's useful in one spot.
Yeah, Kevin's still up by 66. It's kind of tough to block.
Yeah, and to be honest, he can afford to let Dave bingo there. I mean, I'm not saying he just wants to give up a bingo, but
he could play HE like under nascent.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he really just needs to keep scoring. He probably has to be if anything, he just has to be more worried about the top right, something like Gloppy or something that really truly scores enough. He should be able to outrun most things coming down from the U and Jehu. If anything, it wouldn't surprise me too much to see Kevin play something like Ganged, maybe. I'm kind of a fan of Ganged, I think. What do you think?
I'd probably just score with HE because he can. I mean, I guess Ganged keeps HE, and if he bingos, then you have HE or something better than HE. So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And you can block the last spot next turn. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He also had some. He had what is this Hedera through the R in Cellars to block that spot and swing pretty well. So like something. This is sort of that idea of Ganged, but I mean, I'm looking at Quackle scoring more.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Dave will bingo here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make. I don't think it would make sense to pass it up for any reason. I think that's probably a good enough draw for Kevin to play a 5 tiles in the bottom right, Tonga or whatever.
Yeah, I really want
to hold on to win.
Play like Agnate or something, but I'm not seeing a word that starts with like AN.
Yeah. So that's going to get Dave close, but probably not quite close enough. We'll have to draw some sort of miracle.
I don't think one's even available.
Yeah. Well,
with what
the V and the W certainly weren't going to help, but yeah.
Even if he left them in the bag, I think this one was probably with what Kevin drew. Kevin had drawn well enough after HE.
Yeah, there was a possibility if Dave could have played through or like somehow played from left to right underneath Rind or something, he could have tailpipe would have still been in there with leaving the VW in the bag, but no open A this way.
Yeah, I guess Kevin can just sort of play to the triple or do whatever he wants. Really, he could fish for a bingo if he wanted to.
Yeah, I think he's thinking like, make sure I don't get V stuck. Pretty much that. 9 tiles remains, two in the bag. P and I.
Yeah, any valid word will probably do it.
Yeah.
Now he's playing gang?
Oh, no, not there. You're supposed to play it to the left.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, GUAT. That's why I was like, play gang, saving HE, because that actually does score some points. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I didn't see that. That makes me more. I was surprised you had suggested 9.5.
Oh yeah, no, it's
that makes way more sense. Way more sense. Yeah. I mean, it still is okay.
Yeah. Regardless, he's drawn Pitas in 2 spots. Looks like they're recounting the score. Seems likely Dave will play Pewitt quite quickly, making beep. And then we'll see, I guess, Patin for 20 and out plus LV.
Or Tapir.
Tapir, yes, of course. So looks like Dave will net about 5 more points to lose by under 50, which, I mean, with how he drew, not bad.
Even his bingo racks didn't look very good.
No.
Well, Oregon's. He actually bingoed 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, he was getting iron bite no matter what with Kevin's opening draw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Executor was obviously, it looked like he knew what he was going to draw. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
With 4x staring you right in the face there. So it does look like Kevin is going to rein Dave back in a little bit going into the final day. Obviously, no one is qualified yet. It's still, even from Dave, is going to require I don't know, probably 5 and 3, certainly, even 4 and 4 likely.
To miss the finals?
No, to make it to the top 4.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I got a bit confused.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us.
Oh, and Dave's blocking. Dave's actually blocking Tapir.
Yeah, makes sense. And scoring more in the process. Yeah. So he's playing Pitas. That's leaving a few points on the scoreboard, I think. But it's good enough. Looks like our favorite team, Coltonicus, that looks like his arm. Looks like his shorts. He's probably the only person wearing shorts here. Reviewing a couple things with Dave. But that's going to do it, I think, for day 2 here in Seattle.
It was a good game.
Yeah, and I guess with that, Colton won his last game. John O'Loughlin also moves to 10-6. A whole heck of a lot of people at 9-7. But Kevin's going to move to 11-5 in second place, and Dave will remain atop the leaderboard at 12-4. We have 8 more games tomorrow to determine our top 4 to see who will be playing in the finals. In Division 2, if you're paying attention, Kevin Schutz from Arizona started 14-0, but lost his last 2. He is now 14-2, and some folks remain within striking distance. So look for that tomorrow, as well as there is a top 4 in D2 as well. So I don't know. I guess we can send folks on their merry way for the rest of their Saturday evenings. I know we have some dinner to get to. I actually have a Jesse Matthews standing right behind me who's in for the moment. And yeah, we're going to get ready to have some dinner, do some trivia, and I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow. Is this it for you, Sam? Are you doing any more?
Yeah, this is it for me. So I'll probably catch you in the chat. I'll be watching from afar, following along.
Cool. Well, it has been fun to chat. And yeah, on behalf of Sam and the rest of the North American Collins Scrabble Championship team, we're signing off from Seattle. I'm Conrad, and I'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon, I think. Evans will be back in the morning, and thank you so much for spending some time with us today.